Hey third grade, and welcome to today's music lesson. So right now I'm looking at our music checklist for this week. I'm on the February 3.17 and it should look the same on Schoology. So number 1 is to watch my video lesson, which hopefully you're watching right now. Then number 2 is going to be a little body percussion warm-up. So click on the number 2 in your little checklist and then pause this video that you're watching right now. Open up our little body percussion warm-up and you can do that on your own. When you're done, come back to this video and I'll tell you what to do next. Alright, so you should be done with the body percussion warm-up. And I'm going to tell you next step. I'm going to click on number 3. So today's lesson is going to be your first grade for music. Alright, so our second semester has started. All of your grades from the beginning of the year until the end of January are already in. We're starting fresh, and our first graded assignment is going to be a little rhythm reading exercise, and a little test, I guess you could call it. So before we start that, let's do a little review of some rhythms, and then I'll explain what you have to do for your grade today. Okay, for our little review here before your graded assignment, let's practice some of our rhythms first. So what kind of note is this first one again? If you said ta, you are correct. Let's look at this second one. What kind of note is this second one? If you said ti, you're correct. And then looking at the last one, this little zigzag guy, what kind of note is that? If you said a rest or a sh, you are correct. Alright, so here is our first rhythm. I want you to think about it for a second and say it in your head. Alright, so you're going to say it one time, and then I am going to say it with you. Alright, so your turn first. Ready, go. Alright, now let's say it together. Let's see if you got it right. Ready, go. Ta, ti, ta. Alright, let's look at our next rhythm. I'm going to create one here. Alright, so take a second and think about number 2. Alright, now it's your turn to say it. So say it on your own. Ready, go. Okay, now let's do it again together. Number 2, ready, go. Ti, ta, ti, ta. Alright, next one, number 3. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit tricky because we start with that rest. So take a second and think about that, and I'll give you a little hint for this rest. I want you to either, maybe you can nod your head, you can say shh in your head, or maybe you can like take a little breath for that little space, as long as it's quiet for that whole entire first beat in this example. Okay, so try number 3 by yourself. Ready, go. Alright, now let's do number 3 together. Ready, go. Ta, ti, ti. Alright, let's do one last one. Alright, this time we have 2 rests in here. I want you to try it by yourself first. Number 4. Ready, go. Alright, now let's do it together. Number 4. Ready, go. Ta, ti. Alright, so that was our little review. Now I'm going to go back to our checklist And now let's look at number 3 on our checklist. I want you to click on this number 3 and let's look at it together. So this is going to be part of your first grade. All right, so it says draw your own rhythm for number 4, then read all of them for Flipgrid. All right, so you see I already created rhythm number 1, 2, and 3. For number 4, you can draw your own rhythm using tas, TTs, arrest. All right, anything you want. It's a little bit tricky. You can also change. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so maybe it's a little easier to write. All right, so you are going to create your own rhythm for number 4. And then take maybe a minute or two and practice reading them out loud with tas, TTs, and your rests. When you've finished this pair deck, we're going to go back over to our checklist for number 4, and your assignment is to record a Flipgrid and read all of these rhythms. So if it helps, maybe if you have a spare paper or a whiteboard, you can write down the rhythms 1, 2, 3, and 4, so you can hold them up and record them during your Flipgrid. Or maybe you can, have 2 tabs open. A little trick. On one side, you can have your rhythms open, and then on the other side, you can have your Flipgrid, so you can just read off the screen. So it's your choice which way you want to do it, but your graded assignment for today is to record a Flipgrid reading rhythms 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, if you have any questions, you can message me on Schoology, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, and good luck!